I'm your number one, and you are everything.
Hi. I'm Enigma Hood. Have you ever heard a theist say something like, well, I wouldn't be ethical, I wouldn't be moral, I wouldn't be the moral man I am, or the moral woman I am, if it weren't for God? Then you would ask them questions like, well, what are you saying? You know, would you be out there murdering and raping and molesting children if it weren't for God? And then they might say something like, oh, well, you know, actually there was one theist who admitted, yes, he would be out there murdering, raping, and molesting children if it weren't for God. He admitted that. If that's what he said if that's what he wanted to do, yes, he would be doing that. Are you serious? So that brings up a question, to me at least. Are atheists more ethical, more moral than believers, than theists? I mean, I know I don't want to kill people, I don't want to rape people, and I don't want to molest children. And I don't need God or a book telling me not to do those things in order for me to know that I don't want to do those things. Who's more ethical? A person who is a pedophile in waiting, a murderer in waiting, a rapist in waiting, if not for the grace of God, that's what they would be? Is that person better than a person who decides on their own, through their own judgment, through their own ethics, which came to them by themselves, through reason, through interactions with other human beings, and based on their own personal opinions? Who is more ethical? I ask that question to you. Who do you believe is more ethical? You know, I stand up for equal rights for minorities. I stand up for animal rights. I stand up for a lot of things. I even stand up for the rights of religious people. But I didn't decide to do those things because of my religion. I don't have a religion. I didn't need Buddhism, for example, to tell me that animal rights is important. I didn't need it. I like that about Buddhism, but I didn't need Buddhism to tell me that. So you tell me, I mean, isn't it better? Isn't it better to come to these conclusions on your own? To decide for yourself, to think for yourself, and make informed decisions. Be an individual. Don't get caught up in the storm. Think for yourself for once. Please, do it for me.